waiting for my turn to go into the room to do speaking test, and this is my second time. I hope that I'm not so nervous inside the room. So please wish me luck. I have to go now. Bye.
Good morning.
Good morning.
This is the speaking test for the International English Language Testing System. My name is Julian Burnley. Can you tell me your full name, please?
My name is Phương.
Thank you. Can I see your identification, please?
Yeah.
Thank you. Thank you, that's fine.
Thank you.
Now, in this first part, I'd like to ask you some questions about yourself. Let's talk about free time. What do you like doing in your free time?
In my free time, I will have some coffee with my best friends. I have one best friend, and we can share everything. I can talk to her, and she can talk to me, and we love listening to each other.
If you had more free time, what would you do?
If I have more free time, I would take piano lesson. I love piano, and I wish to have a piano at home so I can play anytime I want.
Now, I'm going to give you a topic, and I'd like you to talk about it for 1 to 2 minutes.
Okay.
Before you talk, you'll have 1 minute to think about what you're going to say.
Okay.
You can make some notes if you wish. Do you understand?
Yes, I understand.
Here's some paper and a pencil for taking notes.
Thank you.
And here's your topic. I'd like you to tell me about a recent event in your life that made you happy. Alright, remember you have 1 to 2 minutes for this, so don't worry if I stop you. I'll tell you when the time is up. Can you start speaking now, please?
Okay. So when I write down in the paper and try to recall all the events and which event make me happy, then I realized that all the events related to Japan make me so happy. And I was so lucky I just went to Japan in June, just last month, to do a TV show. And I was like a host in a show introducing about Japanese culture, Japanese technology to Vietnamese audience. And whenever I go there, I just feel amazing. I just feel so happy. I love everything about Japan. I think I can talk to you about Japan nonstop. But now I will try to go into the point. So I went to Tokushima City and Awaji Island to visit many places. One amazing thing is the solar power plant. I go there and I learned that 20 years ago there was a plant there, but it was destroyed absolutely from the earthquake. And the Japanese just rebuilt the plant in just 1 year. And since then, for 19 years, it kept operating and produce the electricity for the whole island. And then I went to visit the LED lights exhibition, and I learned that there's one Japanese who create the LED lights and the blue light in LED, and he got the Nobel Prize for that. And I know that there's so many earthquakes in Japan, so they create a system of a lot of LED lights. So when the earthquake happens, all the lights will go off, and all the LED lights will turn on to lead the people and go to the shelter.
Thank you. Would you like to go back to Japan?
Yes, sure. In the end of the year, I will go back, and that will be my 10th time to Japan.
Thank you. We've been talking about a recent event in your life that made you happy. I'd like to discuss with you 1 or 2 more general questions about this. Let's first talk about happiness.
Okay.
What do you think makes someone happy?
Oh, I just make a video about exactly like that. What makes you happy? And I go with some friends and with the camera, we go around in Saigon to interview people about what makes you happy. But we interview mostly with the poor people or people who have to work very hard on the streets. And the answers are very nice. And some they just said, when I can sell a lot of cakes, and I'm happy. When I see my children go to school and learn things, I'm happy. And some said, oh, there's some passengers passing by me and give me some coupons, and that make me happy. And some
So one of them was selling cakes, right?
Yeah.
So that was to do with money. Do you think that money is key to being happy?
Of course, because everybody needs money, because everybody needs food, needs a home to stay. So you can only have money, and then you can have those things. But money is not all, because I can see that from me and from people around me. We need more with love and care.
Thank you very much, Lan Phương. That is the end of the speaking test.
Thank you very much.
Hey, what did you think of Lan Phương performance?
Generally, I think she's great. I mean, what I like about her performance is that she's confident enough to continue speaking, even if I think she knows sometimes that she's made small mistakes with the words, but she just keeps on speaking, and that's great. And she's got really good use of emphasis as well. She speaks very naturally, and I think, personally, her pronunciation is a strong point.
Are you surprised by the fact that she is able to deliver the English language so well?
Actually, no, I'm not. From after living in Vietnam for several years, I've heard many Vietnamese students who reach very high levels of fluency. So I'm not surprised when people actually do have this kind of level of student.
Okay, Lan Phương, I realized there's a little bit of you know, I call it timbre, but a little bit of raspiness in your voice. Were you sick on that day?
Yes, my voice is a bit bad because recently I have to use my voice a lot in acting and practicing the Southern accent because I'm going to do a Southern girl, like Mekong Delta girl. That's why my voice is very bad.
So Lan Phương, you were really nervous before the exam. Were you less nervous now that you've gone through the whole process?
I'm still nervous and I don't understand why. I think I hate examination. I hate going to the test. And I think I'm lucky that I don't have to go into so many tests. In the second part, when I had to speak by myself like for 2 minutes, I still feel nervous, and I think I made a lot of mistakes in words and grammars, and hate myself for that. And plus, no. And then it's better when the conversation starts. You know, I can hear the question and then I answer. But especially in the third part, I try to think, oh, now he gives me questions, more questions. Then it can be like conversation. Then I can be more relaxed. But I don't know, maybe this is the examination. It's the test. So it just go into my blood and tell me that this is the test. So I cannot be natural and free and be okay with the conversation. So I hope I didn't make so many mistakes.
Can you share some tips for the Ielts audience after you performed that speaking exam?
Yes, the biggest tip is shouldn't be nervous, but this is very hard advice because when you're nervous, you just be nervous. So I think maybe you should just breathe and then smile more and try to think the teacher is your friend. Once you can feel that he is your friend, and now you guys are just having a conversation like normal friends, then I think you can do better. And then the second tips, maybe you shouldn't think too much about what you're talking. Like me, because sometimes I keep thinking about what I'm talking and I realize, oh, I make this mistake and this word is wrong. I think we shouldn't do that. We should just feel free to talk and just talk. Then I think when you're confident and when the teachers feel you are confident, then he will give you a high score.
Yeah, when the teacher feels that you're confident, he will give you a high score.
You know, I think
correct?
she is quite right, yeah. I think being confident would allow her to just keep on talking and not worry about the mistakes that she makes. And I think she's right in that regard. Although I would say, and I do say to a lot of my students, that if you have nerves, then that can be an advantage as well. And she's right, it's not a normal conversation. You really have to show off all the range of vocabulary and grammar that you have. So you do have to be aware that you're aiming to show the examiner your awareness of the past, the present, the future tenses, conditionals, relative clauses, idioms. When I was at university, I did feel a lot of stress before my exams, but it was this nervous energy which I think helped me to write faster. And I think it was actually quite useful, but you need to harness that energy.
Absolutely.